Good afternoon, Speed Gaming fans. I am the Kuchiri, and welcome to this afternoon's Link to the Past Randomizer Daily. Today we are doing Triforce Hunt 4050. Joining me today is Professor Renderer. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing okay. So just survived by pre-calculus class, and I'm just here to talk about Rando. Got nothing else to do on this 2 p.m.
All right. So let's do some math for you then. If you've never seen the Triforce Hunt before, we have taken the 216 items, taken out 50 of them, and added Triforce pieces. Our runners have to 40 of these little Dorito chips in order to instantly win the game. So what are the odds that, using your pre-calculus thing, if you're not burnt out, what are the odds that these runners are going to have Triforce pieces early?
Oh, I need to do the calculations right now. I don't know. Where's my calculator?
Oh, that's fine. All right. So
I'm actually searching for my calculator right now.
he's actually looking. I was trying to make a joke, but anyway, we got Windfox, Plasma Kappa, Tabby Cat, and Josh today on Restream. How many do we have not being Restream, boss?
We have a total of 7 people.
All right.
Yeah, 4 of us are joined in here, and we should be starting the Triforce Hunt pretty soon. The flag just dropped. And let the Triforce Hunt begin.
All right, looks like Sanctuary is only the key. We get a book already. So while we are trying to get progression, we are also trying to get the 40 pieces the fastest. So we will be dipping all the dungeons. We don't care if it's pendant or crystal. Question chat. There's 50, but the game ends when we find 40.
Yeah, and the way that this works is that assume that there are 50 pieces that are in the world right now. All these runners need to find at least 40 of them. And as soon as you get the 40 of them, you have to talk to this elder named Muradala, I think that's how you say it. And right away there's the first Triforce piece of the match over on Just 124 side. And as soon as you grab them all, you just talk to the Muradala and you'll automatically win the game. Also, there's an ether on Lumberjack Ledge.
That's actually something that could possibly be trolly. I know there can't be a GT win condition when you have to go to GT, but there still may be a chance that we may have to get that ether to get to our 40.
Yeah, and as a result of that, you cannot, you will never see any of these runners go over the GT or clear everything out. Probably won't be seeing Ganon anytime soon because really Ganon will just tell you need to get all the Triforce pieces and call you a numpty.
Dingus.
A dingus. Well, that same thing. But 2 Triforce pieces are in the Lost Woods.
Alright, so Josh, after getting out of Lost Woods, will still have our lead with 3 pieces. Kakariko's doing me big plays. We could possibly get a handful of pieces there, but Plasma Kappa, after getting the 2 in Lost Woods, is going to want to give us a map check and go over to Shirashila. Looks like he's going by bombs first.
Yeah, that's a good call. Also, there's another Triforce piece on top of Lake Highlight Island. Windfox, I'm gonna focus my attention towards these Kakariko checks right now. Joss is now back in the lead here. There's the Flippers, another Triforce piece, a heart container, and a blue boomerang.
No bombs, so we're going to abandon the back of there. Probably drop into the well, hoping for bombs as well. No rupees, can't buy bombs or buy the item off the bio vendor. We got Dam Check coming along in the bottom left of our screen here.
Plasma over towards the Sahasrara hut. There's another Triforce piece for Windfox's side, as well as the Ice Rod.
Hammer in the dam right now, that's a big find. We find the Ice Rod, again, not necessarily necessary.
So Plasma is actually making the dive over towards Eastern Palace, which this is I mean, this makes a lot of sense given that you don't really need to worry about having to clear the dungeon out. Also, there's gloves in the back of the tavern.
So we got Gloves Hammer. We are one piece away from Dark World access. Oh, we're getting a desert check here.
The desert checks makes a lot of sense because you have the book all, like immediately. Also, a result of the fact that we have the book of Adora, we don't really need to worry about the pedestal because all we're really focused on is just getting those 40 Triforce pieces, and that's it. There can be a Triforce piece on the pedestal, but seeing that there's only like 50 in the pool, and we only need just less than like 10 of less than 10 of those, then it's not there's no reason for Ped to be pulled here.
Granted, but at the same time, oh, Pearl and Nagina. So we have Dark World access. That's actually pretty big. Tabby, once Tabby finds the glove in Tavern, we'll be able to go to Dark World.
Yeah, this is a very out of the way Moon Pearl over on Nagina's cave. That is something that can be a problem if you're not really thorough. That being said, like so, if Twin Fox, Plasma, or Josh is thorough enough to head over towards the desert area, they will get their Moon Pearl. Otherwise, it's possible they might just be thinking it's Aga, when in the case it's not really worth it.
No, they're going to check again before they go to Aga. I can almost guarantee that right now. With the Moon Pearl being there, though, they may not check it until 15 minutes in, though.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mini Moldworm Cave is filled with Doritos. We're going to call that the Happy Gamer, the Xbox Gamer Cave right now. Dude's chugging some Doritos flavored Mountain Dew. Here, how about we do that then?
Oh, that adds more to that epic gamer moment here. Ugh. Alright, when Fox is gonna head over towards the man underneath the bridge, while Tabby Cat is gonna go over to the Ice Rock Cave.
Alright. So, I mean, our runners can also check Zora as well, but no money. Man underneath the cave is holding a piece of the Triforce. Not under cave, under the bridge. Man, it has been a Monday.
It has. Oh, that's another rod. That was the other rod too. Over on Tabby Cat's side, that was the fire rod.
In the Ice Rock Cave. So was that Neapolitan ice cream then, instead of vanilla?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Got it. Awesome.
When Fox is gonna head over towards the Zora area, probably gonna look at the Zora Ledge as well as the Waterfall of Wishing. Meanwhile, it seems like Tabby opted to do a fake flipper instead of having to over towards the Kakariko and actually get into flippers that way.
Now we are finding a bunch of Triforce pieces that are in very bad locations. There's a Triforce on Lake Hylia's Island to add on to the Triforce that's on the library. So we are going to be... Oh my goodness, that's the mirror.
Hey, at least that works. Consider that does work.
Yeah, we now can get that one Triforce piece that's on Lake Hylia's Island.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice find for when Fox find the bear on top of Zora Ledge. As soon as when Fox makes their way over to Agita's cave, they can make their way over to Dark World, get over to Dark World, get that Triforce piece, and they'll bring them up to 7 Triforce pieces, or whatever the next Triforce piece is at. Plasma, gonna grab the Triforce piece from the from the secret drop down.
We're basically a fourth of the way through the game. Depending on where the rest of the Triforce pieces are at.
Yeah.
Tabby did not check Zora, so we don't know. So he doesn't know that the mirror is there. That could be costly later on.
The reason why is I believe she doesn't really know about or doesn't have the materials to do a splash delete, so she can't really get that mirror unless she may have saw the mirror, and that was, or not seen the mirror. If that could be something to note for later. Seems like Plasma's opting to head for the front of Escape.
Yeah, Hyrule Dungeons, a few more chests there. We know Dark World is, open. That's Hype Cave. That's, Stumping, a few other locations. We are low on rupees right now, so I will not be surprised if any of our runners decide to go down to Desert and visit the rupee thief down there. Ooh, Blue Mail and Boomerang chest.
It's a nice safety, at least nice little defense item to get earlier on in the game. Also, we're seeing the back of Escape from Josh. There's a sword. Oh, I really like this from Josh. I really like this. Considering that the Fire Rod brains this back of this Dark Cross into logic, use a shot up there, but if with the Fire Rod in hand, with the shots, if you had shots, still kind of technically in logic, but the Fire Rod can light up his torch boxes, and that is considered in logic by the game.
Yep, with the new V31 logic. Darkross is in logic. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe we did not see the map, so I think the map's in Darkross.
I didn't really see the rest of it. I didn't really see a lot. I believe that will be the map from Josh's side, and it makes a lot of sense because I think he did the back of Escape first, then hasn't gone for the front of Escape yet.
Yep, and I don't think we saw map on Plasma Kappa. Turning the mushroom, we found the okay, yeah, no, that's it. Oh, safe's coming the mushroom. Okay.
Okay, it's a little. I feel like it's kind of too early for that, but I mean, it's nice to do save scum anyway in case you want to do a fake powder, whenever you find Samaria. But really, I think I don't know what to say.
It's all good, man. Words are hard. This is also a Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. I just woke up like a while ago, but I feel like I mean, if you're doing a fake powder, that's fair. Samaria's still out there, and for all we know, we might not get the Samaria, be given the settings for this seed.
Or more like we don't want to see Samaria because we don't want extra checks because we want to find our 40 Doritos well before then.
Yeah. One Fox is going to grab the Triforce piece from off of the race game.
Alright, Tabby has not collected another heart piece as we're going to take this slow here in Eastern.
I mean, it's fair. You don't normally see this. Oh, but it does pay off with that sword in hand. But this is out of logic because we don't have the lamp yet. and that particular dark room in Eastern Palace does not have a torch box in it whatsoever. Well, the back of Eastern Palace does have a torch box, and that would have been considered in logic.
Alright, so most of our runners are about ready to hit the point to where they may try going up Death Mountain, out of logic, or they may go over to Desert to see Agina. Actually, Desert is going to be maybe clearable if it's not boots locked.
Yeah, we do have the glove, and we do have a fire source. So as long as that the dungeon is not boots locked, we can clear this out. But Tabbycat is the only one currently to have the Moon Pearl, and as soon as Tabbycat goes over to Kakariko, she probably will be the first one with Dark World access. Okay, okay. So this is the right call. Josh is gonna head over towards the desert area, and he will be the first one with Dark World access.
Yep. As I said before, with Moon Pearl being the Agina, this does just bottleneck everyone. So it does, eventually will pay off. And then, as I said before, Josh is going to go ahead and grab all the rupees. We'll probably see him go up to maybe 700 rupees here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of rupees. This is something that you don't normally see. This room has a lot of rupees compared to the one that's near Ice Rock Cave. It has, I believe, a total of 60 rupees. Or no. I'm mistaken. There's 4 there. That's the 4 or 5.
There's
rupees.
50. It's 50 rupees.
50. Okay, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Math, man, math.
Bro, I get your brain is completely fried from that. He only goes up to 277. Okay, that's Well, okay, that's chess game, dig game, and a potion. Yeah, chess and dig game and 1 blue potion. Okay, I respect.
I think the reason why he stopped there was mostly because it'll take him quite a while to get up to 700 rupees, in my opinion. So stopping around at 277 will save him more time than he would if he just kept going with 700 rupees. But he's heading over to Desert Palace right now. This will give us information if we are boots locked out of the dungeon or not.
So Plasma Kappa remembered that one of the tree pools was 80 rupees, has the 597 for Zora, and is going to Zora right now.
Yeah, this is a really good call from Plasma Kappa because that means that the ruby farming this way, it gives him a lot more rupees to work with than it was with the 50 rupees that Josh would be farming over towards the desert area.
Alright, Tabby Cat, by the way, did find the mushroom, so Dark Cross will be a map.
Yes, and that was confirmed by Josh over on when he was doing his Dark Cross.
Yep. Deserts is not boots locked, unless the big key is on the torch. I don't think I saw the big key.
So far, we have not seen it.
Nope. Okay, so he did find the big key. So it is clearable, so we'll get the 2 items there. I'm not seeing any there. Any items. Also, what was the Zora item?
It was just a heart container.
Alright, not bad.
Yeah.
So Josh not saving up to 500, is a play. Josh deciding not to go after Lamos?
This is an interesting call from Josh. I believe his intention is just he wants to leave the dungeon and head over towards the Agina, but in doing so, he leaves out a potential dungeon clear. But given the way that this seed is the C type, yeah, you will get. It's best to get information regarding your whether or not the bosses have a Triforce piece or not. But like we mentioned earlier on, it's like 50 in the pool, and we've already seen like 12 of them. All right, Plasma is going to get the Moon Pearl, as well as Josh. So they will both have Dark World access.
Josh does not have Mirror. Plasma Kappa does, so Plasma Kappa's Dark World is going to be much more efficient.
Yeah, this is because he decided to stop farming those rupees until a little bit later. He may have possibly left the Zora area behind as a result of this. Well, yes, he will be the first one in Dark World access. He is still behind. He still has. He's missing one potential Triforce piece that he could have gotten before. So Josh is gonna check out Hype Cave.
5 items are in Hype Cave. We'll see if this is the Dorito stash. First off is a piece of heart, followed by a full heart container, followed by another piece of heart. 300 rupees, and our third sword. Okay.
Yeah, so that actually is going to help Josh significantly. This will lead him towards the Zora area. He does have another. This is our second sword that is in logic. Tabby Cat did sequence break one of the swords in Eastern Palace. And yeah, this is going to be good information for Josh. So he's going to do the Zora area. This is good because he'll do the flipper checks, but he will ultimately get the mirror from the Zora ledge because of the 300 rupees that he got from Hype Cave. And Tabby will also get the the glove here once she makes his way over towards the back of the tavern. All right, when Fox is gonna get the to head over to Desert Palace, so he will have information that he could possibly clear it.
We'll see if he decides to go ahead and clear it. I mean, finding the hook shot actually will be very big for our runners because that will give us the 6 items opened in Swamp Palace.
Yes,
it's not preferable going to Swamp Palace, but that's still 6 items, and that could still be 6 Triforce pieces.
Swamp will be open, and then this is it's pretty big to find. It'll be pretty big. It's the most amount of items in a particular dungeon that if you were to count the items in Eastern Palace, Hyrule Castle, then that's also 6. Or if you want to be technical, you can also add in Mimic Cave for Turtle Rock. That would also make a 6, but most trackers just see it as 5 items inside the dungeon itself, and Mimic Cave is just a overworld check. So Plasma is going to get the Master Sword from off of Hype Cave, along with the 300 rupees. So Josh and also gets the heart container from Alpha Zora.
Yeah, so Plasma Kappa is going to start being able to start doing some checks, including Bombo's tablet. It's not often you see Bombo's tablet at 20 minutes.
Yeah, considering the book was so early on picked, so before he does this, he's gonna do Stumpy and K45. This is in the area, makes a lot of sense, and okay, so Tabby's gonna head towards the Village of Outcasts and Skull Woods area. I see more so Skull Woods than it is with Village of Outcasts.
I mean, yeah, 2 more items of Skull Woods. We have the Fire Rod.
But Tabby's gonna opt to do Village Outcast first. It makes more sense. It's more item dense than it is Skull Woods.
Stumpy with the Triforce piece, so both K45 and Stumpy giving out pieces today. Chess
Well,
Game is going to be on Tabby's side. Chess Game will give out a Triforce piece.
so quite a number of Triforce pieces already up from the get go. We're almost halfway through this. Plasma is going to do. It actually hasn't done the race game yet, and actually is going to do what I consider the cross keys entrance towards it, because typically in cross keys you'll want to mirror right next to, like, right over that one spot where Plasma was at, just so that you can check the one entrance that leads you the one entrance there. But seeing that this is not cross keys and Plasma hadn't done race game yet, made sense for him to mirror it that way.
We found Lamp in the brewery. This opens up all of Death Mountain checks, including Hera, Paradox Cave, and Spiral Cave.
Yeah, that's now in Logic, and there's another Triforce piece in the digging game.
Thieves Sound has 4 items, which means 4 more Triforce pieces could possibly be in here. We find Mitt, we get basically full access to all Dark Worlds checks. We just need the hook shot.
There's the Berta from both Josh and Tabby Cat, and Winfox just picked up his lamp.
That Birdnet will also give us Spike Cave. Now that we have invisibility.
Yeah, Spy Cave is open.
Ooh, Joss deciding to get out of Thieves Town. So while I see the play, let's just dip dungeons, not clear them. That could, again, possibly come back to bite Josh when he's down to 39. He's like, well, what do I need to do now? Well, I have all these bosses. Which boss has one?
Yeah, this is. I do see it. Josh left on. Josh did leave a desert palace when he could have cleared it. He did leave Thieves Town, which is a pendant given by the music. And there is no map compass or any dungeon item shuffle, so the music would not be shuffled as a result.
We'll see if Tabby finds any extra Triforce pieces.
Josh is gonna go and get the Triforce piece from off of the digging game.
Oh, there is a piece on the second floor, or the first floor of Thieves Town has the piece.
So, Josh does miss out on one potential piece from Thieves Town, given that he decided to dive the first floor chests and then leave. Compared to that, one you could full clear it.
We get 2 more checks on here in B2 of Thieves Town. Our runners are getting close to 20 pieces.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through this seed. Winfox did get the Triforce piece from off of the sunroof. and Tabby noting that there can't really be there can't be a key on the boss on blind. I've never found a key throughout this entire dungeon. It's gonna fight the boss, and the key is going to be inevitably locked behind the big chest.
Alright, so blind first hit down, 2 more hits to go. Sword beams kind of makes this a little bit easier.
Yeah, I'm really it's very interesting from Tabby Cat's perspective, because she opts to not do the blind script, and using her sword beams as a way to get more damage in, because it doesn't really matter what damage you do to the boss, so as long as you actually like hit him, then it counts as one of the 9 hits that you need. It doesn't count for any no sword calculations are needed. Just 3 hits per cycle, and then as soon as you get to the 2 heads flying around, and just 3 more hits, and that's the end of the fight.
Which is what Windfox ended up doing. Josh is going to go ahead and get all the items up in Death Mountain right now.
Now it was hard to see, but we did get a Triforce piece from off of blind. So that's 2 potential Triforce pieces that Josh had missed.
But right now we do have 1 item off the Old Man, 2 on Spectral Rock, 2 in Hera, and 8 on East Death Mountain that could possibly try first pieces. Josh has hit our halfway mark. Plasma Kappa and Tabby Cat are now in Skull Woods. And there's a Triforce piece right there. Boom, paying off.
So Plasma and Josh are at the halfway point. This is good. Now, like we mentioned, really, that there are 50 pieces in total, and there's only 40 that they need to grab, really. If Josh ever decides to head back to do Thieves Town, jeez. Then that will give him 2 more Triforce pieces closer towards the end of the game.
All right. What's Plasma Kappa? Oh, Plasma Kappa is also going to go up there. We see Bumper Ledge is Heart Container. Cape is on Spectral Rock, which Plasma will see here in a few bits. Triforce piece off Ether Tablet. We're now up to 21.
So Joshua's play to leave out a lot of the dungeons has pretty much paid off mostly. Yeah, you're missing a couple of potential Triforce pieces, but given like I keep saying, there's really just it doesn't really matter if you miss them. It just comes until the very end where you might be thinking, oh, I have like just a few more pieces left. Where are those last pieces? Maybe it's in Thieves Town.
Or maybe it's the 2 in Hera that Josh just abandoned because the big key's in the first floor.
This is another interesting call. We don't have the hook shot, so Josh can't really Hera pot. If Joshua opted to do the Hera pot, he would have to risk the possibility of the big chest having an item. Tabby Cat opting to go for the back of Skull Woods, opting to clear out Mafula, while Josh is going to head over towards Spiral Cave and start the East Step Mountain checks.
We'll see if Plasma decides. Oh, Plasma's just walking right past Hera. Is like, nope.
Again, makes a lot of sense, given the context of the seed.
Spiral with a Triforce piece.
Again, while Josh is skipping out a lot of potential dungeons that he could get Triforce pieces off of, it's been paying off, and this is exactly what. And Plasma Kappa doing the same thing too, and he's going to it's going to pay off for him because he's going to get the Triforce piece from off the Spiral Cave, and Josh is going to get more information, give us more information in Paradox Cave.
All right, Moth is down. Very close fight. We also find the bow. Ooh, the cane is on Moth.
Oh,
Here, that's another thing. If it gets to the point where there are enough Triforce pieces hidden in like Tur Rock and Meyer on the boss, we may need that, cane to get the game done. But we find 2 more in the upper part of Paradox Cave with the magic powder, with a 3rd one and a 4th one. We're 13 pieces away.
Ooh, that is a huge Paradox Cave, and this is
5 altogether. That's 5 altogether between the 7 chests.
Oh, that's a huge pickup for Josh and Plasma. This has been like these are paying off huge. Like this is a very nice thing for Josh to find, and so is Plasma. Now, Plasma and Josh can finish off. They can finish off Eastern Palace, but given given the way that they've shown us thus far, I don't think they're ever going to head back to clear out any of the dungeons.
But on the same note, we can do most of Pod for the 5 items in Pod.
Yeah, that is true. Windfox gonna get the Triforce piece from off of the Ether tablet.
Josh only has 8 rupees. I hope he's noticed his rupee count.
Yeah, you need at least 110 rupees in order to head into the pod. While Plasma has.
Oh no, Josh! Look at your rupee count, my dude. All right, he's just mirroring.
All right, that's fair. He's looking to do. He's gonna check. He's checking Sahasrara just to see if there's any money he has left. I think that's his intention. He was gonna head over towards Sahasrara. If he finds money there, then he can just keep going. However, he's gonna get a Triforce piece, but there's no money to be found. So he has to get out of here.
I think someone tried to do the coffee break and then mess. Oh no, he's just going to do the cape pull strat. Plasma Kappa is also going to go ahead and clear out Hera.
Okay, yeah. So Josh is leaving, or not? Oh, I think he's trying to farm. Trying to see if these prize packs are paying off for him. If it doesn't, then he's gotta leave.
We have no way to. Well, we could check some prizes. Some prize could easily be a 20 rupee. Josh, you only have 70 rupees. Okay, he's just gonna go ahead and go into Eastern.
I find it funny that that Kiki didn't like fully leave. Like he's stuck on the block. Okay, so both Windfox and Plasma are climbing up Tower of Hera, and Josh is opting to go for Eastern.
Well, get some rupees there. Up to 102. If he didn't grab Kiki, he would have had the money.
Yeah, because Kiki will pay out 10 rupees as soon as you grab them, and then an additional 100 rupees in order to open up pod.
Tabby Cat going for some chest turns.
But Tabby is the first one with the Tempered Sword. Oh!
Another piece in Hera. That's a lot of pieces in dungeons that Josh has ignored.
Yeah, this could sway the tide of battle very quickly. If Windfox or if Josh does not head back and get those Triforce pieces. Windfox and Plasma are both on Moldorm fights, and that was a pretty quick fight from both of these. Same card from the Moldorm.
That also gives us the green pendant, which could also be a Triforce piece by itself. Plasma Kappa's also grabbing that green pendant.
Also, we did see a bottle from off of the pyramid ledge, so Sick Kid could have one too.
Josh is decided to not get the Tempered Sword from Eastern and to go ahead and just grab the money and go get Kiki going to pot.
Okay, that's...
There's 2 items left in Eastern. We know one of them is the Tempered Sword.
Yeah, and that isn't logic for Josh. Now, in this mode, swords, while they are nice to have, they're not really like necessary to complete the sea. Because, yeah, of course it's possible that with that cane we could see, that cane and Mafia, we could see something like, if we get the bits eventually, we could see Turtle Rock having Triforce pieces. If we get the flute, we can see even Meyer area having pieces.
Spike Cave with the Triforce piece. We are now 10 away on Plasma Kappa's side.
And currently is currently in the lead just by two compared to Josh.
That's by dipping 1 extra dungeon. Pod, by the way, is bow locked. We know where the bow is on Paradox. Tabby was not happy with that information.
Yeah, but Windfox is going to get a lot of Triforce pieces here in Paradox Cave, as well as that bow and powder. Answer a question in chat. It is still 7-7, but given that it's a Triforce hand, we are never going to see GT ever.
Yeah. Again, I remember someone told me once, I think the most Triforce pieces that can be in GT is 7 or 5, something like that. I mean, it's still possible, but not like, let's bring it into consideration. Let's say there is 7 in GT. We know Joss has skipped 4 Triforce pieces.
Yeah, and if it comes down to it, Josh could end up just clearing all 7 crystals and head into GT hoping to find more Triforce pieces.
Yep, we have silvers off of Sick Kid for most of our other runners.
Okay, that's not a bad thing to have, just to make bosses a little bit quicker. Tabby is opting to go for fake powder compared to getting the powder from off of the Death Mountain.
Alright, we'll see what the bat curses us with. I did not see, what was Shirashla?
It was 20 rupees.
Rupees, alright.
Red Boomerang. So the green pendant doesn't really give us much, but it does give... it does give us... Oh wait, what am I saying?
It gives us a chance that Ped may be a thing, now that we also have Thieves Sound cleared. Pod is also pinned in according to Plasma Kappa's tracker. So this will be a pedestal that has been opened up if we do see Pod get cleared out as well.
Yeah, pedestal is a possibility. It is possible for Triforce pieces to pop up on the pedestal. None of the runners ever check the pedestal whatsoever. It's going to be a complete blind pull.
Oh, hits in pod though. That's going to give up more checks for Josh. Not too many more. Just 3 more on Death Mountain right now.
Yeah, Dark Death Mountains have opened up to Josh, and if Tabby... Oh, this spawn was Tabby, by the way.
Well,
if...
Ice Rock. Ice Palace. Sorry.
Ice Palace is open. You have Ice Palace. You have... if Josh ever goes to grab the cane from off of Mafula, then we could see Meyer and Turtle Rock.
We need Flute for Meyer though.
Yeah, that too. The Flute for Meyer.
But yeah, that is TR possibly open, and if we see Ether on TR, this is a possible Aga Triforce hunt seed.
That is going to be an interesting surprise there, because, there's that Ether tablet still hanging out on Lumberjack Ledge. It's still entirely possible. Like, it's possible if they're still looking for Triforce pieces. It's possible that GT could have them, and and if that happens to be Ether, then we gotta kill it.
Put down another dungeon.
Yeah. Okay, so Josh, yeah, this is another interesting call. I'm very interested in what Josh's mindset is going to be when we ever pull him in for an interview, as to why he's been keeping away from the clearing out dungeons. Okay, Tabagat is going to be fighting the Armos Knights. Setting for a quick kill. Does get hit though, and it does lose the quick kill. But just a quick takedown, and just a hard piece to boot.
But, that's something Josh knows that, when he's down to the last, 2 pieces he needs to find. Oh, wait, Eastern had 2 items. Let's go there. Find sword, piece of heart. Well, lost,
Yeah, this is something that, Josh, could just end up just leaving behind as a whole. Windfox, however, is going to give us the catfish check.
Oh, that's the hookshot. That's Swamp Palace. That's 6 more items. That's also, once he gets the mitts from Pod, that's all of Hookshot Cave as well.
Yeah, this is a potentially potentially a way to get Windfox back into the race, as Plasma Kappa is only 8 away.
Plasma Kappa, though, just grabs the mitts. Doesn't have the Fire Rod yet.
Yeah, and that Fire Rod was in Ice Rod Cave. It's a very out of the way location at this point in the game for Plasma. It's heading over towards that Swamp House play, like we mentioned. This makes a lot of sense. Joshua, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Smith's not paying out so far. 2 pieces of heart. But we are going to get ourselves a Swamp Dip. Again, a possible 4 Triforce pieces can be, 6 Triforce pieces, can be hiding in here.
We did also, I believe Josh did also see hammer pegs. Looked like he didn't find anything of use.
2 pieces of heart. Yeah, so far 2 pieces of heart.
Alright, Windfox is into Swamp, it's in Swamp Palace now. 6 possible items. There's 6 possible chances for a Triforce piece to appear.
Gonna
Tabby.
Go ahead.
Oh no, Tabby is in pod right now, and Josh is going for Graveyard Ledge. He's to set the purple chest down because I can't really bring the purple chest to inside a particular inside a entrance.
There's our gold sword.
Oh.
So Tabby, once we get them this, may decide to move up towards Tur Rock. Can grab everything up there with, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Cane. But again, if we see Ether on there,
Yeah, we need to kill Aga 1 for that.
we also need to find the boots.
That too.
Which the boots could be on, Lamos or anything else we skipped so far.
If you want to be really cruel, put out the pedestal. And,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to be really cruel, though. But, hard container from off of this, rotator room. And Windfox opted to go for left side swamp first.
Of course, you don't risk any items.
Oh, okay. I like what Windfox is trying to do. He's gonna set up for a diver down in this. He intentionally dropping the he's essentially doing this. He's essentially putting the key, and he's gonna do the diver down this way, so that way he can get the the key here, and key from just while it's still flooded.
Well, looks like he's just going to give up on that.
Yeah,
and you don't have the key.
Oh, yeah, you need to get that key anyway. Oops. So, yeah, that'll be that means he's got to reset the dungeon here.
No, you didn't reset the dungeon.
Oh. Josh grabbing the hook shot from off of the catfish. I was gonna say that
Bombos with another Triforce piece. Plasma's 7 away.
Both tablets giving out Triforce pieces today. That book is very valuable. And while we were talking about that too, Tabby did get the Titan's Mace and the Bombos, so Tabby has a lot on the table now.
Looks like Tabby is not going up Death Mountain yet.
Heading for okay, I wonder what Tabby Cat's was gonna do here. Did she not do Mini Moldorm Cave?
Plasma's going to go ahead and do Ice Palace.
Oh, okay.
Or...
so Tabby is doing ice. Okay. So Tabby's doing ice. That's fair. Josh is 10 away.
Ooh, Plasma still did not grab that Fire Rod in Ice Rod Cave, so he's going to be doing Bombos throughout this. No bottles, so we probably won't see a Cold Stare kill, but that doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, really, Tabby looks to be okay, but you gotta consider too, she's down by 13 compared to Plasma Kappa. She's done a lot of dungeon diving. and that's a lot, and that's really fair for Tabby.
Well, I also haven't climbed Death Mountain, where there's like 10 Triforce pieces available.
Yeah, there's like there's like 7 we found so far. Also, we welcome on in Speed Gaming 2 with a party of 21. This is a daily race here on Link to the Past daily race here on Speed Gaming number 3. It's a Triforce hunt, 40 crystals, 40 Triforce pieces that we need to get the game out of a pool of 50 Triforce pieces in the current item pool. Our trackers, our runners for today are Windfox 470, Plasma Kappa, Tabby Cat 54, and Josh 124. I'm Professor Render. My co-com is Kachiri. Our trackers for the night are Derek Sharna and SoCal 2044.
All right, we did see Icebreaker on Tabby's side. So you can see the speed of Icebreaker compared to the Bomb Jump. There is at least one Triforce piece in Ice Palace.
Okay, that's starting to pay off. Yeah, Icebreaker is one of the more recent glitches. Not like very cutting edge new, but it's been like about a month old. It's still pretty recent though. It's a glitch that's you're extending the door state that you get when you're in a door and you can move like left or right if you're facing a vertical door, or up and down if you're on a a side facing door. You extend the state by using some Samaria and a couple other tricks to cross the big barrier that Ice Palace has over in the big key chest.
Ooh, Ice Palace has 2 Triforce pieces so far.
And this is continuing to pay off really well for Tabby. Now, what Tabby didn't do, which makes a lot of sense, is she did not do she didn't hit the switch. She's probably not intending to kill the boss. Especially now, because she's got to be kind of cautious here. She's running low on hearts while Windfox is fighting the Argus fight. Josh preparing for a diver down, the other glitch that was banned alongside Icebreaker. Or
Banned?
I meant unbanned. Yeah, slip of the tongue.
Allowed. Discovered.
Discovered, yeah, that's what it meant. Yeah. But it does pay off for Josh. That is another hard piece, a Triforce piece, and a blue goo.
It looks like Josh has decided that we're going to finally clear a dungeon. Nothing on Argus though, so this is not going to pay off for Josh.
Yeah, but this is interesting now because, well, he's still 3 pieces behind. 5 left to go for Plasma, and we'll get more here come in this Ice Palace.
I think Plasma just needs to get the big chest. We'll be 4 away. We know 2 of them are in Thieves Town. I don't think Plasma has also grabbed the one on Lake Hylia's Island, so that's 3 right there. So, you know, very close to being done here. We're about ready to get the 30th on top left.
Yeah, Windfox is going to get that Triforce piece. 10 to go for him. We did see. Okay, so our chat is kindly pointing out that Plasma did grab the Triforce piece from off of Lake Hylia Island. So there's only 4 more. The answer to question, chat, no. As soon as Plasma Kappa or any of the other routers gets the 40th piece, they need to talk to an elder named Muradala, and as soon as you talk to him, when you have 40 pieces in your hand, then it's GG. But Plasma is gonna get that Fire Rod. Oh, don't adjust your screens, dude. Josh is heading over to East F Mountain right away.
With the hook shot, that's 6 items up for grabs, and then we can see what we need to get into TR.
Yeah, this could possibly shoot Josh back into the lead, because he's gonna get a lot of Triforce pieces right away. Yeah, it's possible for Josh to be put back into the lead here. But Josh is gonna go and do Super Bunny Cave first, and a couple of Dark Death Mountain checks. Gonna probably route that down all the way over to. I believe Josh had done his Dark Death Mountain, his East Death Mountain checks.
Oh, there's one, and a B. All right. Plasma is going to go ahead and finish off Skull Woods with that Fire Rod. We'll get the cane for their troubles.
Yeah, so that will push. So if Turok is Bombos, that could push Plasma into doing TR.
But what if it's Ether? Do we get an instant Aga, or do they try and find the Triforce pieces other places? We find one so far in Hookshot Cave. With the Rinma. Oh, so Hookshot Cave only having one right now.
That's currently 2. Out of this entire Dark Death Mountain.
And TR is Ether! I love these Aga seeds.
So, honestly, Josh, given that he had left out a lot of checks, during a lot of dungeon checks, I don't believe Josh is ever gonna go for the Aga, especially that the cane is on Mafula. And we still have not found the boots. I believe at this point, it doesn't matter if it doesn't. I don't believe it matters at this point.
Well, what checks do we have left? We still have Helmsar King. We still have Lamos. That's it right now. Yeah, Helmsar King and Lamos. Because Ice Palace, all 3 items were found in Ice Palace. So, so the boots could easily be one of those 2 boss kills, right?
Yeah, and that could
or the flute. The flute could also be one of those boss kills.
Yeah, if that's the case, then that'll push. That's gonna push Plasma to kill to go and over to the Mire area. Plasma will get the cane here. Question. Answer question. Answer question. The Tempered Sword is in Logic.
Gold Sword's in Logic.
Yeah, all the swords are in Logic now.
So another thing, Pyramid Fairy could possibly be opened up here soon as well. So, you know, of all the knowledge we have, I actually think we're at 39 out of 40 of our current knowledge of what Triforce pieces are available. So we could still possibly get 40 out of those checks, or we still find the boots and the flutes.
But looks like our chat members has actually corrected us here. We're at our 40. Because there's 2 in Swamp, there's 1 in Super Bunny, and then 1 in Hookshot Cave. So Plasma is heading over towards the Dark Death Mountain area. that will put him at that will put him at 2 to go.
We could go ahead and dip TR while... No, we can't because it's Ether. Never mind.
And at this point, I don't believe it. At this point, it doesn't matter because if Solosla, as soon as Plasma gets over to Swamp, after doing the Stark Death Mountain, he's gonna head straight over to Baradala and finish the seed. When Fox is heading towards the village, like the village outcast area, Skull Woods area. If he goes Skull Woods, it's oh wait, he doesn't have the fire rod, right? I was gonna say if it's heading for Skull Woods, if the fire rod, he could have got the cane there, but at this point that cane is pretty much useless. Except for maybe doing some glitches, but that's it. Oh,
no,
okay.
We're going to see what's on Lamos.
Okay. This isn't a bad idea. Doesn't have the hook shot. Tabby will need to go and get that hook shot. Oh, and Plasma Tower doesn't have that too. So Plasma will have to go over to a Catfish in order to get that hook shot, and that will pretty much put him at pretty much go mode.
Oh, he doesn't know he's in go mode.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
That puts us in no mode.
That does put us in no mode.
Now you're taking the 9 go mode, so you have all 40.
Yeah. Alright, Tabby is on the Lambo fight. Is gonna do a more bog standard fight here with these sword spins, while Josh is gonna get the cane from off of Mafula. Answer question in chat. There is you can get a 40 Triforce hunt if you if you go to the Discord, there is a bot that you can generate these 40 Triforce hunt seeds. 40-50 Triforce hunt seeds.
I didn't see what was on Lamos.
I didn't catch it either. It's a Triforce piece. So that
Josh has abandoned so many Triforce pieces.
This is very interesting. I really want to know. I really want to know the thought process behind this. This is. It's missing out a lot of potential checks left, and Plasma is going to end up getting the hook shot from off of the Catfish, and that will put him in a very good position. There's the hook shot for Plasma Kappa, and is not happy about that whatsoever. Yeah, that spawn for the hook shot is just not kind.
Mind you, while
So
this is going on, we still have not seen a pet check, even though everyone has a book.
yeah, at this point, really, I mean, especially at this point in the game, for Windfox, Plasma, or Josh, especially Plasma and Josh, it does at this point it really doesn't matter. Like that pedestal has just been pending for a while, and it hasn't. And no one has cleared out any of the pendant dungeons. I mean, they've cleared out. They haven't cleared out all three. No one has cleared out all three pendant dungeons. They have cleared out some pendant dungeons. Windfox in particular have finished off 2. Windfox might be wanting to kill the Helmus Arcane if he decides to head over that route, because he's gonna get the Titan's Mist from off of Pod as well as the Bombos. And at this point in the game, as long as Plasma Kappa heads over towards the Dark Death Mountain area, or Lambo, if Lambo's pretty
Josh is
close
re-dipping
by.
Swamp Palace for left side.
Okay. That doesn't give him much. It won't give him anything. It will only give him a shield, and that's it. Oh, did Tabbycat not get? Oh, Tabbycat finally is gonna get the beer. Oh, that is. Ugh. That you hate to see it at this late in the game. So I guess we have a bit while we're about to be finishing up the end of the siege here. Definitely give all 4 of these a really nice follow. They're putting their names out there, and they're giving a bit of recognition to our community. We have a total of 7 people in the background, and we're showing 4 of them today. Definitely give us our crew is a nice hearty follow too. We have Derek Sharna and SoCal 2044 as our trackers, and I'm Professor Ender, and my co-com is Kachiri. Give us a follow as well. We're doing the best we can to provide some nice quality content for y'all.
Plasma's going to do the Kane diver down.
It's doing the right side method. It's a lot more quicker than the right. Oh, okay, that's a very interesting way for the block to show up there, but it does get it. But it's a lot more quicker than the left railing Samaria method, which requires you to do to buffer a sword, buffer a 1 frame input. But there are other methods of doing diver down. You can use the bomb method that some of the other runners had done before, but didn't get it. And the way it kind of works is that Swamp Palace's water layers are kind of weird. You can't hop down underneath one of the water layers. If you position yourself in a way that you clip into the awning, you can just drop down. But Plasma is one to go. It's gonna shoot down the Argus. We're gonna get a hard piece, but at this point, Plasma really needs to head over to the Dark Death Mountain, and that'll give him all 40 crystals or 40 Triforce pieces. Plasma's up into the Pyramid Fairy.
I mean, if
this
it's
could...
here. Yeah,
yeah,
here, he's right there.
Yeah, this could be huge if the Triforce piece ends up there. If it does, all it really just takes is just a mirror from the pyramid ledge, tuck the mirrors all, and you're good to go. And I appreciate this Hail Mary. This is a very interesting call because I really this makes a lot of sense. You clear out Swamp Palace, you're just right there. You cleared Skull Woods a while ago, and if it just shows up there, then that's just excellent. Gotta check out this. Check out the pyramid ledge. We know that that's a bottle. And so, what does this pyramid fairy have for us?
Flute. Wow.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. And add insult to injury too. That there was another that was our last bottle, or one of our last bottles.
So that gives us Meyer Shed, Checkerboard Cave, possibly Meyer.
Yeah, and this could give Josh a maple opportunity to finish off the game here. But we did see Quake from off of Helmut's Arcane, and that is actually the final crystal or the final pendant for Windfox, and we have our flute activation for Plasma. There's that little duckling. Or duck. It's just a regular duck, not a duckling.
DuckTales, woo woo.
Oh yeah, that's music to my ears. Classic. Okay, so he's going to Meyer. He's going to Meyer. This could be interesting if it shows up here.
First things first, let's see what Meyer is. Or you even go? No, he's not even going to let us see what Meyer is. I see how you are.
If that's Ether 2, that's even more cruel. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, he's going to just take the boots and run that to the library. Not checking the other item in Meyer.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. That makes a lot more sense because we did have a or one of our last ones is also on the library. That makes a lot more sense. He's able to finish the scene off. He's in go mode.
My brother just could have been the Triforce piece.
That's a long-winded way to get your final your final Triforce piece. Ugh.
Like, what if he was neck to neck with someone else grabbed that other chest and was a Triforce piece, and you lost because you decided to run to the library?
Yeah, but we are gonna get the official SR time coming up right now, for Plasma Kappa. So Plasma
chat.
Yeah, she's in chat for him too. So he will finish with an official SR time of 1:17:34, and it's good for second place overall. And the one in first place is Rufio with a time of 1:30:28. Also, Plasma Kappa finished had a new PB as well for this particular mode.
What was the first place time?
Yeah, it's a 10 minute and 30-second improvement. Also, hi, Plasma Kappa.
Hi. Nice hook shot.
Yeah. Ugh. That spot was just not kind. Let's put it lightly. That was just not kind.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot more checks that we known that you could have gotten, but you want to run that down. I guess I didn't write these down.
There was 2 more in Thieves Town. There was 1 on Lamos. Yeah. No, there was a few that was orphaned, but yeah, no, GG, man.
GG.
Thoughts on the seed? Things you wish you would have done sooner, or wish you would have optimized better?
Hoping the cane didn't drop exactly right there. Making me take a very long trip into nothing.
Yeah, and that made that cane just was just such a dumb spot to put anyway, especially in a Triforce hunt seed, where the cane most of the time does not keep leaving you anywhere.
Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to TR. I'm gonna get my hook shot, maybe. There's still progression, and then I'm blocked out. And then my next thought is to get the 1 bottle in the seat and go back to exactly what I was doing, which was the correct idea.
I'm just still really angry that that flute just led over to the boots that led to your final Triforce piece. Like that's just
You open the other chest. Your other Triforce piece could have been in that other chest.
yeah. That's just straight up disgusting, man. That's just oh god.
I mean, yeah, probably, but well, I should probably check that chest. Well, I'm already dashing out of here. I've already lost the overall race, so whatever. Just get this library piece.
Yeah. Anyway, Josh is 2 to go. Windfox is 4 to go, and Tabbycat is 6 more to go. But soon to be 5 more to go, because Tabbycat just got the other crystal, the one from Super Bunny Cave.
Happy finally catching back up now, doing all the Death Mountain checks.
Okay, so Josh, and currently...
Alright, I do have other things I need to do. Good luck on the rest of the commentary, so I am going to hop out.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you
May the
kidding me?
Triforce be with all you guys. May the Triforce. May the
me?
Fourth. May the
What?
Fourth. May the Triforce.
Are you kidding me?
You said it was okay in the Discord.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop out. GG's.
JJ, that's even more disgusting. Oh my, that is just cruel, man. That's just cruel. Okay, so Windfox is doing the Smith chain while Tabbycat is gonna go and just go for starting from Sanctuary. Josh opting to, stopping to looking for anything at this point. He's going to do the bottle manager. Or he's doing the big bomb. Okay, so that will give him the flute that leads him over to that boots that leads him over to the that leads him to one of the Triforce pieces. That's like, oh, this scene is just kept getting more and more disgusting, and that Triforce piece on the pedestal even more disgusting. Let's just put it lightly. That's just straight up disgusting.
Yeah, well, did a lot of slightly more half dips than I may have wanted. Only cleared hair to get my magic back, so I could do Spike Cave.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, a fair play. And Josh is just thinking, okay, what even is this seed? So Josh, for the longest period of time up until Swamp Palace, he went without checking a single possible dungeon, like going deeper into any dungeons, and that's kind of like the similar thing that you kind of did with things like Thieves Town, and Lambolus was one of the possibilities. And we were just wondering when is Josh ever gonna go back to those dungeons? And this is what we're kind of fearing for the most part. Josh is gonna get the flute here. I think the flute here. Windfox doing the ding game. Not happy whatsoever. Could have done this a lot more earlier, but the progression just led you to other places other than like these one-off Overwatch checks.
Yes. I was going to clear pod until my mid showed up, and they did show up, so I left and did mid stuff.
Yeah, the seed really just wanted you to go and check out other places, but at the same time, it just only to find out that you gotta find them way later on in the game than it needs to, and it's just all of that is just not fun. Okay, let's see what that other check is. What this other Meyer check is, because he's only one away. He'll be one away as soon as he gets this. So what is Meyer? Okay, it's Bombos. Okay, so if that was Ether, I would have just died. So Josh is gonna get the that is one plasma. That's one possible Triforce piece that you could have gotten instead of dipping for that. Oh my. One of the last Triforce pieces was in Meyer's shed along with the boots.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
That is just. Oh, that has to be a clip. I swear, that has to be a clip. Oh, that is just not cool, man. Not cool whatsoever. Oh.
I did not believe. Turns out I should have believed.
Yeah, that would have been a lot. It would have saved you a little bit more time and eventually, but GG's in the chat for Josh. He will finish second on the restream with an eventual SRL time of 1:26.28, and that's good for third place overall. And Win Fox is not happy whatsoever with that fire rod location. And I can't blame him. I can't blame him, honestly. That fire rod spot, one of those checks that leads you to out of the way locations. Given the way that the seed lets you all the way around. That's currently 3 items, 3 Triforce pieces left. Tabby Cat, however, is going to. He's in Hookshot Cave right now. He's gonna get the red mail. 3 more to go for Tabby Fox. Tabby Cat. And we won't get an interview for Josh, but definitely get your GGs in chat for him. But ugh. I guess while we are waiting for the next, wait until the next finisher comes around. Since I don't really have anything else to do at this point, I'm gonna look at the schedule here. Over on Speed Gaming 1, we have I think just about to wrap up a match against Team Awesome and Last Locationers over on the league map, TTPR League. On Speed Gaming 2, there's gonna be another back-to-back. There's a Portal 2, no speedrun mod, no save load abuse. tournament. If you will ever want to watch the Portal 2 and this speedrun mod, that is pretty cool. Definitely give that a check out. Over on Speaking 1, we have another Link to the Past League match. Team Capra versus CLW. This is the start of some of the interdivisional play, with 8 teams left to go. And depending on what happens, we could potentially see some SMC3 randomizer weeklies, and maybe another ALTTP daily race, but still hasn't been hasn't gotten a schedule. There hasn't been anything assigned to it yet, but definitely check that out in case you are curious about that. One Fox doing a pretty nice Ice Palace bomb jump, and Tabby Cat is gonna get the it's gonna be one to go here. She's gonna get the Bombos Tablet Triforce piece, and at this point, what now? What now? Also, Winfox, if you're watching this right now, I don't know why you're watching this now, but you definitely should check out the pedestal. I'm not gonna tell you why, but it's there. There's something there. Okay, so Tabby, I wonder where she's gonna go now. Okay, I think she's opting to get. Oh, okay. She left out the last Triforce piece for the remaining Triforce piece that she's gonna go for is the one on the Lake Hylia Island. That will finish up the seed. So get ready to put your GGs in the chat for Tabby Cat. Just gonna talk to Muradala, and she'll be finished with the seed. And yeah, this time around is actually a different result, and not just some nonsense with Meyer Shed and Flute. Okay, so Tabby Cat has finished third on the restream with an official SL time of 1:39.09. That's good for 5th place overall. And just before that, Sanders 316 finished in 4th place with a time of 1:30.07. Bring Tabby Cat in for an interview. Hi, Tabby Cat.
Hey.
Oh, this seed was just not kind. Just straight up, not kind at all.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad. Actually, I kind of liked it. I'm trying to get my.
So there were a number of things you could have, like, there's a lot of different Triforce pieces. One thing, you could have went to Swamp Palace if you gone for the hook shot in Catfish, no less. Or if you wanted to finish out the seed in a really dumb fashion. And after you get that hook shot, you could head over to, you can get the flute from off of the Pyramid Ferry and end up finding that Meyer Shed has a Triforce piece and the boots for the final one, for one of the final ones that you could have gone. And then coming up is going to be even more disgusting, I swear.
Yeah, I was noticing that I kind of tuned in on my phone after I finished to the Ice Palacing from Wind, but I thought if I had just gone to CAC a little and got the flippers before I went on the waterway there, I probably would have gotten my mirror a whole lot earlier, and I probably would have finished about 20 minutes earlier, if not a little more than that. So I was really upset about that, but I was happy that I didn't have to farm up rupees, because in 40-50 Triforce Hunt rupees are a premium, and like you have to actually go know where to farm them. So
Yeah, that is so true. And so Josh, well, for the longest period of time, did not dive a lot of the dungeons that you could that had a lot of like Triforce pieces. There was the 2 in Thieves Town, and then there was one in Lambo, and just Josh just never went to finish to get any of them whatsoever. And then there was one in Ice, of course, and a couple other ones. But if you in general, what do you think about the seed like as a whole?
I think that it was actually pretty fun. If I had actually, if I had gotten that mirror earlier, I would have had a whole lot more fun. I was very pleased with getting my moon pearl and my hammer like right off the bat, because I know I route weirdly in comparison to other people, but after doing so many spoilers, you pretty much route to where you don't have to do CAC more than once if you don't have to. So I don't usually do CAC until after South Shore. So if I had gone CAC earlier and then gotten my flippers, that would have been a whole much. Like I said, I would have been a whole lot better off. But otherwise, the seed was fine. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't too trolly for me at all. It was just trying to find that mirror was the only thing I was looking for. I really didn't care about anything else. I wasn't going to go up the mountain without a hookshot or a mirror.
Yeah, and then you probably saw this already. The Triforce piece on the pedestal was one of the other possibilities you could have gone for that if you cleared out Pod.
I was thinking about going back to get Pod, but then I was like, you know what, there's only one item here. I don't know if that's going to be a Triforce piece or if it's going to be the mirror, but if I clear out everything else and I can't do anything else, then I'm going to go back to Pod. But I didn't check Ped because I was like, while there is a higher % chance that there's going to be a Triforce piece on Ped, it seems like every time I do Triforce Hunt, there's one on Ped. I was like, I don't care what the crystals are usually. When I do a map check, it's literally for what are my red crystals and are they convenient? And because if I can get 2 Triforce pieces in the pyramid and they're my last 2, I can just mirror out. But yeah, I like the seed in general. I think that I could have done better, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, and I'll be honest too, if I was running this as well, I would have probably run it way different, and I'd just be like, what the heck am I even playing right now? In general, just like, what even is this nonsense? But yeah, GG's to you. So focusing on Windfox right now. Looks like he's 2 to go. But Windfox will get a Triforce piece here. So that's 1 more to go. And at this point, Windfox is just gonna get the heck out of here. Okay, so Windfox is now gonna head over to somewhere, and looking like it's gonna head for Dark World. Penverse is looking like swamp. The swamp area, or if he may have not done this already, he left out the Triforce piece on Lake High Island, and that was what he's going to be using to finish off the seed. That's probably what he might be doing.
I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, and that's why I did that, so.
Yeah, and that's, I think, I would say the intended, I don't think it'd be the intended route, the more quicker route, in my opinion. Yeah, this is exactly what he's doing. And not that long-winded one with Pyramid Fairy leading to Flutes, leading to Boots, and another Triforce piece, and then into the Boots being what you needed to take out this quite a train wreck of a Triforce Hunt, if I'll admit. But that will be Windfox's 40th Infernal Crystal. Just contact the Muradala, but get ready to put your GGs in the chat for Windfox 470. Taking a different route over to the castle. Don't normally see this route. So yeah, that's gonna be the Triforce hunt for everyone. It was like I said, a complete mess. I don't understand why this is so. But WinFox is going to finish fourth on the restream with a time of official SR time 1:38.44, and that'll be good enough for 7th overall. And just before that, Taco 56.85 had finished 6th with a time of 1:53. See if we can get him in for an interview as well. And if that's not the case, I can just start looking at. I will be looking into what we have down the pipeline for tomorrow. Oh, hi! I just noticed you, WinFox. Hi, WinFox.
Hey.
So to put it lightly, this Triforce hunt was a complete train wreck. Let's put it lightly.
Yeah, no rupees, no early bombs, so routing was kind of...
Yeah, to be fair, in 4050, I'll just echo something that Tabacat had said. With 4050, it's a lot harder to find rupees, Alon. You have to rely on your rupee farming abilities. Wherever you find like a rupee that one of the street polls happen to have rupees, or whether or not you can go to the one like in desert with the 50 rupees. You can go to the one near Ice Rock Cave, and that was the 20 rupees. Yeah, but like in general, the spots where all the items are to finish your seed is just was just disgusting. Hookshot on Catfish, Fire Rod in Ice Rock Cave, and not to add insult to injury, if you were to do the more long-winded route, you could have ended up doing Pyramid Fairy. That would have led to the flute on Pyramid Fairy, as well as another bottle. Take that float all the way over to my area, which was Bombos, and that you could have gotten the boots and another Triforce piece for that. And you can get the boots use as boots to get the one from off of the library. And yeah, the seed really wanted you to go all over the place and leave out those spots where it leave out everywhere that all the important Triforce hunt pieces.
Yeah, I know early when I saw the Hylia Triforce piece, I was like, that's going to be my 40th, because that's right next to the castle. So I intentionally left that.
Yeah, but if you want to get, I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon, but if you want to give any final thoughts, please sound off.
Train wreck, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I just completely said that. It's a complete train wreck. Ugh.
Yeah, that was fun. Besides it being a mess everywhere, and probably everyone was everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. But get your GGs in chat for all four of these runners, and I will give out. I'm looking into tomorrow's schedule if you want to be interested about that. None of these have anything scheduled in terms of the channels yet, but just to name a few, we have our daily races. Our ALTTP daily races on 2 p.m. We have our Portal 2 speedrun mod, no SLA tournament going on. Some league matches, namely Hitsion 1337. That'll be a fun one. Area Sorrow is back on the schedule at 8 and 9:30 p.m. Pac-Man World 2 coming up at the same time as the first match of the Area Sorrow tournament, randomizer tournament. Some SMC3 1v1 2020 tournaments at 8:10. We have a showing of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Iron Gold Championship with Dwight and Melee Wizard going against each other for a shot at the rankings. At 9 p.m. we have the Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland 100% N20 tournament, and to wrap things up for the rest of your night, at 9:10. A match of Link to Past Randomizer League, Team Kappa versus COW, 1UP40 and Swerve. Definitely want to give if you want to check out all those channels, be up to date on where those are coming up. Definitely give all the Speed Gaming channels a nice hearty follow. Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6, and our other language channels as well. we have Espanol, Francis, Dutch, and Portuguese. Definitely, again, once again, Dave ours a nice hearty follow. Windfox 470, Josh 124. I'm so sorry. Tabby Cat and Plasma Kappa. Definitely give them a follow. And definitely give my co-com Kachiri a nice follow too. I had to leave a little bit earlier, but definitely give them a follow. I'm Professor Render as well. Derek Sharna and SoCal 2044 are your trackers for today. Unsung heroes, obviously. But until next time, may all your seeds be not a huge train wreck. Hopefully your Triforce hunt is not terrible. And I'm off to just do whatever now, man. I just got off. I'm currently on summer break right now. Enjoy your summer, everybody, and take it easy. May the 4P with you.